This message is for you, and you are not here by accident. God says, don't try to skip this, don't try to push it away, because your heart has been bleeding in silence and you've been asking questions nobody could answer. You've cried in the dark, asking why someone who says he loves you still seems bound to another woman, why he still carries her shadow inside him while holding your hand. God says, He heard your cries, He counted your tears, and tonight He is speaking directly to you. This is not just another word, this is heaven leaning down into your life to show you what has been hidden behind the curtains of His actions, the truth you must hear even if it pierces before it heals. God says, He knows how you feel when He looks at you and says, I love you, yet there's a whisper inside you that says, but does He really? He tells you you're everything He wants, yet His past, or that other woman, still lingers like a ghost in the room. You've seen it in His eyes, you've felt it in the distance, you've sensed it in the way He hesitates to give you all of Him. And that silent battle inside you has been tormenting you, because love isn't supposed to feel like a half-open door. You wanted to believe Him, you wanted to silence your doubts, but God says, your spirit cannot lie to you. What you felt wasn't paranoia, it was discernment. The Lord says, He loves you, but love tangled with divided loyalty is not the love I designed for you. You were not created to be a second option, you were not created to fight invisible battles with someone's past, you were not created to compete with a ghost. God says, you are too chosen, too loved, too valuable to accept crumbs when I prepared a feast. That man may care for you, but his heart is not free, and you've been trying to carry the weight of a chain you didn't put on him. God says, hear this truth, the woman still has a part of him because he never closed that chapter. He may speak of moving on, but something in him still clings to what once was. It is not your job to fix that. It is not your battle to fight. You cannot heal wounds you did not cause, you cannot erase memories that He refuses to release, you cannot break soul ties that He secretly still entertains. God says, stop exhausting your heart trying to prove you are enough, because you were already enough before He even met you. The Lord says, I am warning you in love, because you have been ignoring the signs. When He pulls back, when He grows quiet, when you catch Him distracted, when His attention is divided, you feel the sting. And deep down, you know it is not because you are lacking, but because He is torn. God says, you can love a man, but you cannot force him to be whole, you cannot force him to cut ties he still romanticizes, you cannot force him to be free when he still secretly holds on. That is between him and me, and until he chooses healing, you will always feel the shadow of another woman between you. God says, you've been blaming yourself, asking, maybe if I was prettier, maybe if I loved harder, maybe if I gave more, maybe then He'd finally let her go. Stop tormenting yourself. Stop punishing yourself for His unfinished business. It's not your fault He hasn't released her, it's not your fault He lets memories hold His heart captive, it's not your fault He has not surrendered His wounds to me. God says, don't confuse His battle with your worth. Your worth was sealed in heaven before you were born. God says, this is a defining moment for you. I placed you here reading this message because you've been at a crossroads. You are tired of half-love, tired of waiting, tired of hoping that tomorrow He will finally wake up and love you fully. God says, listen to me, if a man loves you but another woman still has his heart, then he cannot give you the love you deserve. And if you ignore this, the ache will grow deeper, the disappointment heavier, and you will lose yourself while trying to save him. I am asking you, child, to choose yourself the way I chose you. To love yourself enough to stop settling. To walk away from what wounds you, even if your heart trembles. God says, I know you wanted this to work, I know you prayed for him, I know you thought he was the one, but if his heart is still divided, then it means I have something greater prepared. You do not have to share the man I have ordained for you with any ghost of the past. The man I will place in your life will love you with wholeness, not with fragments. God says, you've been afraid, afraid to let go, afraid to be alone, afraid that maybe no one else will love you. That fear is a lie. That fear is trying to chain you to a broken situation. I, the Lord, have already written your story, and in that story, there is a man whose heart beats for you alone. He will not compare you, he will not waver between you and another, he will not make you question your worth. His love will be steady, his commitment real, his loyalty unshaken. That is my promise for you, but you must let go of the counterfeit to receive the true. Don't tell yourself that staying will change him. Don't tell yourself that patience will erase her from his heart. Don't tell yourself that your love is enough to compete with a memory. God says, I am begging you to see what I see. He may love you, but his heart is not fully yours. And if you ignore this word, the pain will only grow. I am not saying this to break you, I am saying this to save you. Because the heartbreak of letting go now is lighter than the heartbreak of wasting years on someone who could never be completely yours. God says, I want to heal you, I want to free you, I want to remind you of who you are. You are my chosen daughter, my beloved, my treasure. You do not have to beg for love, you do not have to compete, you do not have to accept halfway devotion. Lift up your head, wipe your tears, because I am calling you higher. What is ahead of you is greater than what you are trying to hold on to. Do not settle for a man whose heart is divided, when I have prepared one who will give you all. This is the truth you must hear, he loves you, but another woman still has his heart. And until he surrenders that, he cannot truly be yours. Don't try to carry that burden. Let me take it from you. Trust me with your heart. Release him to me, and I will replace your sorrow with joy, your loneliness with love, your questions with peace. This is your moment. Don't skip it. Don't run from it. God says, if you trust me, I will turn your pain into the greatest blessing you've ever seen. This is still for you, don't try to scroll fast or skim it. God says, stay here with me, because this is not just text, this is a mirror of your heart and a whisper from heaven that you have been asking for. You've been secretly hoping that maybe he will suddenly wake up and see only you, that his past will fall away like dust, that his love will finally match the words he tells you. God says, I've watched you cling to those hopes. I've watched you replay his promises in your head, telling yourself, if I just hold on a little longer, it will get better. But he says, beloved, a man whose heart is divided is like a house with two doors open. The wind will always blow through, and it will never be at peace until one door is shut. God says, what you're experiencing isn't just bad timing or your fault, it's a sign. A sign that you are standing at the edge of a decision. Do you stay, hoping to heal a wound you didn't make, or do you step back and let me heal you instead? You've been feeling like you're competing for a man's attention when your soul was never designed to compete. This is why you feel tired, why your heart aches even when he smiles at you, why you feel heavy even when you're supposed to be happy. You're living with a contradiction, a man's lips on you but his heart somewhere else, and your spirit knows it. God says, the reason this hurts so deeply is because you're a giver. You give your whole heart. When you love, you don't hold back. You pour yourself out, you make sacrifices, you carry his burdens, you pray for him when he doesn't even know you're praying. And because you love like this, you assumed he would give the same. But he hasn't. Not fully. Not yet. He's still tied to someone else, and that tie is robbing you of the fullness of the love you deserve. The Lord says, you have been tricked into thinking that love equals waiting for someone to be ready. But true love does not make you wait for a heart that is already yours. True love meets you where you are. True love chooses you without hesitation. True love doesn't keep glancing back at the past. True love doesn't make you compete with a ghost. True love doesn't require you to hurt yourself to prove you're worthy. And I, your God, am trying to open your eyes to that truth so you don't lose yourself in the waiting. God says, when you pray for me to bless this relationship, I don't ignore you. I listen. But sometimes the answer isn't to make him stay. Sometimes the answer is to protect you from being in a place where your spirit is crushed. Sometimes my answer is, child, you are worth more than this. Sometimes my answer is to bring truth into the open so you can make a decision in the light, not in the shadows. This is one of those moments. Beloved, don't confuse his words with his reality. He may say, I love you, but his actions still reach back to someone else. He may say, you're my future, but he still lives in his past. He may say, you're my everything, but you still feel like an option. That's not love the way I created it. That's not wholeness. That's a heart still divided, and if you ignore it, you'll end up bleeding in silence again. God says, you don't have to hate him to release him. You don't have to be bitter to walk away. You don't even have to be angry. You can choose yourself without destroying him. You can let me handle his healing and focus on your own. Because right now, your heart is in a prison built by his indecision, and I am holding out the key. I am whispering to you that there is a man, not a dream, not a fantasy, a real man, whose heart will beat for you alone. He is not perfect, but he is whole. He will not keep another woman hidden in the corners of his soul. He will not make you question your worth. He will not keep you in limbo while he decides. He will choose you. And when he does, you will finally understand why I asked you to let go now. This isn't punishment. This is protection. I am not taking something away from you to hurt you. I am asking you to lay it down so I can put something better in your hands. Right now, you're holding shards of glass, calling it a diamond. And I am trying to give you a true jewel, but your fists are full of broken pieces. Let go, and watch what I will do. Child, your tears matter to me. Your sleepless nights matter to me. Your prayers matter to me. I will not ignore you. I will not leave you alone. But I will not bless a situation that is not aligned with truth. This is why I brought you here. This is why this message found you. This is why you feel like it's speaking directly to you, because it is. This is still for you. God says, stay here. Don't rush this, don't skim, don't skip, because your spirit is hungry for truth. You've been living in a kind of quiet ache, hoping that somehow the weight of this will lift on its own, but it hasn't. God says, this next part is where I start pulling the veil back even further, where I begin stitching your heart with my words so you can stand up again. You have been so patient. You've been holding his hand while watching his heart drift somewhere else. You've convinced yourself that if you're understanding enough, patient enough, forgiving enough, he will finally give you all of himself. God says, your patience is beautiful, but it is not a ladder for him to climb out of his old ties. Patience doesn't heal someone who won't surrender. Love doesn't automatically dissolve divided loyalties. What you've been giving him is grace, what he's been giving you is pieces. The Lord says, you are not crazy. The tension you feel isn't imagined. The way his phone goes quiet, the way his eyes glaze over when you ask certain questions, the way he avoids telling you full stories, those are not small things. Those are indicators. You have seen them. You've felt them. That's why you can't shake this heaviness. You are sensing the truth. And the truth is, his heart is still tied to her. God says, I'm not showing you this to humiliate you. I'm not speaking this to crush you. I'm telling you so you don't keep walking blind. You deserve clarity. You deserve to stand in the light. You deserve a love where you don't have to guess. You deserve to be with someone whose heart is as present as his body. You deserve to be chosen, not tolerated. You've prayed, God, just tell me the truth. And now I am. You are worthy of a man whose heart is not split between you and a memory. You are worthy of being loved fully. You are worthy of being the only one, not the almost. You are worthy of a man who will protect your heart the way you protect his. Stop asking me for less than what I designed for you. Stop asking me to make crumbs feel like a feast. The Lord says, it hurts now because you are awakening. You are waking up from a hope that kept you in place. But this pain is a birth pain. It's a sign you're moving into something new. You are not losing yourself, you're finding yourself. You are not falling apart, you're being rebuilt. This pain is a doorway. God says, there is a moment coming, sooner than you think, when clarity will hit you like a soft but undeniable wave. You'll feel it in your spirit. You'll know, this is not my burden anymore. And when that moment comes, you will be stronger than the fear. You will be able to step back without shaking. You will be able to release him into my hands and step forward into your own future. That moment is already forming. I am preparing you for it. That's why you're reading this. That's why you feel me in these words. Heaven is not asking you to hate him. Heaven is asking you to stop betraying yourself. Stop shrinking your soul to fit his indecision. Stop silencing your heart to keep him comfortable. Stop sacrificing your peace for a love that cannot give you peace back. I am not a God of confusion. I am not a God of half-love. I am not a God of scraps. And because you are mine, I will not let you settle for less than my design. Child, you are not too old, not too broken, not too late. There is still a man being prepared whose heart will be whole when it meets you. He will not hide messages. He will not compare you to someone else. He will not call you his future but live in his past. He will be ready. He will be true. He will be yours. And you will not have to fight invisible battles for him. Right now, the battlefield isn't between you and her. It's between your heart and your destiny. Will you keep holding on to what hurts because it's familiar, or will you take my hand into something unknown but good? Will you believe me enough to trust that I'm not taking something from you but guiding you towards something greater? This is why this message keeps finding you. This is why you're still reading. This is why your heart is trembling even now. I am speaking. I am calling you. I am saying, daughter, arise. Daughter, see. Daughter, choose you the way I chose you. This is still for you. God says, stay close to these words, because every line is medicine for a wound you've been hiding. You've been surviving on hope, telling yourself, if I just hold on, if I just pray harder, if I just wait a little longer, maybe he'll finally be free from her. God says, I've seen you fighting a battle that was never yours to fight. I've seen you bend until your spirit trembled. I've seen you give more than you had. This is not weakness, it's the beauty of your heart. But now is the moment to stop pouring into a cup with a hole at the bottom. God says, the reason you're exhausted isn't because you're not strong enough. It's because you've been carrying what isn't yours. You've been trying to heal a man while bleeding yourself. You've been waiting for a love that is tied up somewhere else. And I am telling you now, you do not have to live like this. You are not required to shrink yourself to fit his unfinished past. You are not required to live in the shadow of another woman. You are not required to keep hoping while your own heart grows tired. The Lord says, "When I imagined you before you were born, I did not create you to be half-loved. I did not create you to compete with ghosts. I did not create you to question your worth. I created you to walk in wholeness, to be loved fully, to be chosen, to be at peace." This situation has been teaching you how valuable you really are, because your spirit has been telling you, this isn't right, this isn't home. That voice inside you is me. I've been speaking through your intuition, through your discomfort, through the tears that don't even make sense sometimes. You have been looking at him, waiting for signs of change. God says, "Look at me. Look at the one who never divided his heart toward you. Look at the one who never gave you part-time love. Look at the one who has always chosen you fully. I am not only your creator, I am your healer. And I am here now to help you release what is hurting you. Child, hear this, letting go isn't failure. Walking away isn't quitting. Choosing yourself isn't selfish. It is sacred. It is alignment. It is you agreeing with heaven about who you really are. It is you stepping out of the shadows into the light. It is you stopping the cycle of waiting for someone else to choose you while I have already chosen you. I know you've been afraid of the silence that might come if you let go. You've been afraid of the nights without his texts. You've been afraid of what it will feel like to not be needed. But those fears are temporary. They are the tremors before freedom. They are the echoes of the cage you're about to leave. When you step into the unknown with me, you will find a peace you didn't know existed. You will find yourself laughing again, sleeping again, dreaming again. You will find your heart coming back to life. God says, there is healing waiting for you on the other side of this. There is a future waiting for you where you don't have to wonder if you're enough. There is a man waiting for you who will not make you question, who will not compare you, who will not carry another woman's shadow. He will come when the time is right. But first, you must let me heal the part of you that thinks this is the only kind of love you can have. This is why I keep saying, you are not losing, you are being rescued. You are not abandoned, you are being protected. You are not left behind, you are being positioned. I am preparing a new chapter for you, but your hands must be empty to receive it. This is not punishment. This is promise. This is not an ending. This is a beginning. God says, I'm right here with you as you read this. You're not weak for crying. You're not wrong for hoping. You're not broken for loving. But you are ready for truth. And the truth is, he loves you, but another woman still has his heart, and until he gives that to me, he cannot give himself fully to you. Stop blaming yourself. Stop fighting shadows. Step into the light. Breathe right now and whisper, God, I give this to you. That's the first step. I'm already reaching for you. I'm already lifting the weight. You're not alone in this.